Let's talk about what's going on with Whitmer.
Yes.
Because let's get into this big thing you're working on. So we had this story. We got this one from Click on Detroit. Michigan Governor Whitmer blasts criticism over visiting sick father in Florida. State leader reacts to criticism in an interview with the Washington Post. Oh, she runs to the Washington Post.
Right.
They're very favorable towards Democrats.
Click on Detroit. You didn't cover it. Sorry, guys. You hearing me? You didn't cover it. And then Click on is writing. The governor of Michigan went to the Washington Post.
Yeah. So what's up with this story? Apparently, she was criticizing people who traveled, criticizing Florida. Then she goes to Florida.
No, we got to. We are like ground zero for the United States in like raging pandemic cases, COVID cases. Now right around Easter, Good Friday, everybody. I'm not going to lock it down again, and it's now the date is coming. I'm not a COVID denialist in any way, Try to be a good boy. Try to respect my...
He's got his mask.
I caught it. I'm over it. That's why I'm not wearing it. But, I'm not a freak. But she says, listen, don't travel to Florida because it's really bad there. And they got this UK variant, we and they. And I think maybe we got it from them. Number one, her chief operating officer, who's in charge of distributing the vaccine, beats it down to Margaritaville. She's in like the Siesta Key or something like that. And meanwhile, Whitmer's on the dais telling Biden, give us the vaccine, unaware that the COO didn't order the 360,000 vaccines that were waiting for us because she's down in Margaritaville.
Wow.
With the teeny boppers.
Ooh.
While her 18-year-old son is back home with COVID. So you're traveling around with teeny boppers. You've been exposed to COVID, and you're the chief operating officer of the state. So I get on to the next one. Spring break. The Department of Health and Human Services, the chief medical director from Michigan, beats it down to Margaritaville. They want to play funny with me. I know it. You know I know it. You're going to confirm it or deny it because you know I already know it.
But where's Margaritaville? Like, what are you referencing?
That'd be like the Gulf.
The Gulf.
Like, we're from Michigan.
So these people are traveling down to the Gulf or whatever.
They're
partying?
They're leaving Pandemic Central after they locked us down. Governor told us all to stay put. Try not to go down there. Do the right thing. And her two top health advisors are down there. And we catch them. Part 3. Did you go, Governor? Did you go?
She did, didn't she?
Because I know you went.
She did.
Because I'm a reporter. I know people all over the place. There's nothing going to happen we don't know about. But Click-On's not going to do it. NPR's not going to do it. I'll leave it to you to ask why they won't do it. This is germane. So the governor now says, well, I wouldn't go on spring break. I went to see my ailing father. Snowbird, mansion, West Palm Beach. My brother died. My brother died 3 weeks ago.
That's not funny.
I couldn't be at his deathbed. People couldn't go to funerals. People couldn't see loved ones in the nursing homes. And you're making some cockamamie excuse like this. This is not leadership. It's not. Everything's turned upside down, brother. Our children's lives. They're manic. They're sad. They're confused. Right? They're staring at screens. We did what we were asked. We did not. We thought we were all rowing the boat together. When you know the top 3 officials in Michigan did this, that boat has sailed. And when I flew into Charlotte, North Carolina this morning, woo, that was packed. I felt like Gulliver's Travel or Rip Van Winkle. Like, I haven't seen a crowd like this in a year and a half. And I'm personally disgusted. And you can parse, you can fake it. Here's what will not be written about the COVID response. It happened in an election year. History will not remember this is the most important election of our lifetimes.
That's right.
Okay? They won't remember the games that everybody was playing. Everybody was playing. Everybody. Right, left, and middle.
History is segmented. It's really interesting. When people talk about the Spanish flu, for instance, often they don't talk about World War I. Then you start to read about it and you're like, oh, wow, that kind of happened simultaneously for the most part. There are a lot of times in history where people will reference something like the Great Depression, and then you got to understand the context around World War I before it and what led up to these things. But, you know, we do these things with history. The story was the pandemic. You're right. In 100 years, they'll be like the pandemic. There will be a separate historical moment where they'll read about the election, but they won't be in the same context.
Yes. How we got jimmied. We got gamed.